good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is, whatever day it is. Welcome back. We got another fun topic of Let's Talk today. Today, we're going to be discussing fears. Everybody's got them. Everybody doesn't want to talk about them, but we're unpacking. We're unpacking fears today. So, to start off, happy beginning of the week. It is Tuesday, June 12th, 2018. And June's been going by pretty fast. To be honest, it's gone by pretty fast, and I like the fact that this year's zooming by, but at the same time it terrifies me. But time, right? That's how it is. So let's just get right on into it. Fears. Everybody has fears. Everybody can say that they experience anxiety of some sort or a fear of the future or people or objects or things or situations. A few statistics. So nearly 15 to 20% of us experience fears. That's approximately 17 to 21 million people. 21 million people in this world reportedly experience fears. And for those of you who don't know, fears, as the dictionary says, is an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that something or someone is dangerous, likely to cause pain or a threat. So, what are your fears? Let me know in the comments below. Give me your top 3 or 5 things that scare you or evoke fear into your body. For me, I have a top 3, and I will open up and I'll share. So my number 1 fear is failure. And to be honest with you, I feel that I've already failed. I've never made anything of myself, and most days I feel like because of the age I am and the situation I'm in, I really literally feel like I failed. I feel like I don't have anything to show for my 32 years and for all the work and hard work that I've been doing, writing and creating and putting things together. But at the end of the day, this whole revamp of my own self since January is kind of helping me get past that constant fear of failure. Like, yeah, I didn't do anything that I thought I would have accomplished by this age, but at the same time, I've come a long way in just this past 6 months as far as like confidence and self-worth and knowing that I'm doing my part, knowing that I'm getting up at these early hours or working until the sun comes up and reshaping myself and revamping my identity. And I can say with confidence that I am proud of that and that I am proud of what I have done with myself. So, it's still a fear. It's still an insecurity of mine. It's still something that bugs me. It's still something that I kind of get a bit subconscious about. But at the end of it, I have to keep telling myself, you know what? It's going to pay off. It's going to be the heart of your story. So embrace it and work past it and push through and focus on the big goal, the end game. So that's my biggest fear. My second is, it kind of coincides with the first one. It's just the general idea of not being enough. Not being enough in, as far as like, just not being good enough. To be honest with you, I suppress a lot of things. I don't like talking about my insecurities or my feelings or my emotions because I don't like to look weak. I don't like to look like I don't have it together, which is probably very counterproductive, but it is something that I have to learn how to not do. So, I don't like being rejected, or the idea. I don't think anyone does, but I don't like the idea of rejection. So that's another reason why I kind of suppress things. So, because I just don't really put myself out there, which also I'm going to start working towards doing. Like, I know I need to do more outrageous and bold things. I know I need to get to a point of superior confidence and just, it's kind of weird. I'll kind of explain myself a little bit. I don't care what people think of me. I never was that person that was super conscious of, oh my god, what are they gonna think? Are they gonna call me weird? Are they gonna do this? Are they gonna do that? I never was that person who cared what people thought. I never cared much for opinions because I saw how it bothered my parents' generation so much, and I was always the opposite. Like, who cares? Okay, they think whatever, but are they doing anything to help you? Are they doing anything to keep your lights on? Like, who cares what they think? That's always been my motto. That's always been my thing. But at the same time, I don't like the idea of people. I'm guessing maybe I just don't like my character being tarnished. So if someone thinks that I'm either a bad person or a failure or a loser or never going to amount to anything, that bothers me. So me not being enough kind of goes with hand in hand with people seeing maybe that I had potential at one point and wasted it. Something to that effect. So there's that second one. So last but not least, this one is sort of a new one, but I honestly, I am feeling the fear of not being loved as much as I love others, whether it be family, whether it be relationship, whether it be friendship, whether it be just general as a human being. Me having more compassion and love for mankind than mankind would for me. That's a huge fear for me because I kind of don't feel useful unless I'm helping someone or getting someone through a situation or a problem or whatever. So when I feel shortchanged in that way, it makes me kind of sad. It bums me out, I'm not gonna lie. And I guess that kind of exposes my vulnerabilities. Like, I don't like to really talk about that either, but I'm pretty sensitive. Like, if I love you or care for you and I get wind that you don't feel that at all, my feelings are going to be hurt easily. And it might make me cry. It might put me in a depression. I feel like I've been prone to depression my entire life, but it usually comes from a more emotional state than um, loss or something. So, not being loved in the way that I love, it's, I guess it kind of trickles down to me being single. So, since I have become single, um, I've gotten used to my loneliness. And kind of because of it, I've developed a slight fear of opening up to another person. So, say I have feelings for you, you'll never know it because I don't really, I don't want to put myself out there and look stupid. I don't want to be like, hey, I like you, let's go on a date. And then that person be like, I don't see you like that. Ew, gross, go away. I don't want to be friends, you make me uncomfortable. You know, that kind of thing. So I look for maybe I look for clues to see if maybe the person could like me or whatever, but typically people don't like me. Not like that anyway. And I've really gotten used to that. Like, for example, when I was in school, elementary, middle school, high school, I had several crushes. I've had many crushes. And the few times that I got up the courage to either write a note and pass it or say, hey, to my friend, say, hey, I like so and so. And then my friend say, oh, my friend likes you. What do you think? And each time I've put myself out there, which was probably a total of 2 or 3 times, I've been severely rejected. So, I guess in my adult life, I've learned that, I'm not going to say anything, and maybe I'm better off alone because maybe I don't deserve love. Maybe it's not for me. I've screwed it up once before, and maybe it's just time for me to love me. Maybe it's just time for me to be single and enjoy a career versus trying to nurture a relationship that I'm going to fail in. So that's number 3. Yeah, I don't like being vulnerable. You can tell by the fact that I keep pausing, and it just makes me really uncomfortable. But I feel comfortable enough with you all to kind of share what I feel and encourage you all to open up and to do the same. So, let's just lighten up the topic a little bit. I promise you I'm almost done with my rant. But in light of this discussion today, I Googled a little bit. And I found the top 5 most common fears. So, number 1, this is the order. Number 1, fear of heights. Number 2, fear of spiders. Number 3, fear of flying. 4, fear of thunder and lightning. And last but not least, number 5, fear of the dentist. I've never known anyone to be afraid of dentists, but I have known people who were afraid of heights, spiders, and flying, and thunder and lightning. Well, I take that back. Thunder and lightning, I've never known any people to be afraid of them, but all of my pets have been scared of thunder and lightning. So, um, I know people who don't necessarily like thunder and lightning, but I don't know any people who are afraid of it. So, I can say this list is pretty good. Like 4 out of 5, I've known each and every one of those 4 to be true. All right, so yeah, fears. What are your fears? Even if it's just one big major fear, post it down in the comments below. 1 to 3 of your biggest fears, and hopefully everybody's week is going well, and hopefully your weekends coming up will be wonderful too. So thanks again for joining me, and I hope you guys have a wonderful remainder of your days. Until next time.